Peter. So we're just gonna cover through the new platform that we have. It's called the My Universe Workspace. So the intention or the reason behind this workspace was just to make sure that we put everything that you may need or just easy access to all the things that you may need, as you can see on the screen. So we have the various courses depending on what you're registered for. It's just that easy access where if you're registered for, let's say, the accelerated ABC, when you click it, it just takes you to the workspace. We also have under onboarding support where you can access the free classes, open days, just some of the recordings that some of my colleagues have made regarding the OneDrive guidance, Outlook, SharePoint, and so forth. Then we also have under my tools, it's just easy access to the announcement, the candidate support forum, easy access to your personal folder whereby you can just request the link and then get it automatically. You can also get a view of the PDF or Excel timetables, depending on what course you want to register for. And then under finance, as you can see, we have the payment methods, the pay fast links, as well as the Yoko pay links. We also have the application and the guidelines for Tutuka. So this, the reason behind for this is just to make sure that I think everything that you may need from the Wellness Hub, anything that you may need as a candidate, accessing the news, accessing Viva Engage, it's just easy access. So it helps you when you are here, you can just access everything that's on our workspaces. So the workspace now is live and it's ready. And that's where we're going to be administering some of the free classes. So this is just for candidates who have not yet finalized their registration. So they just want to go through the free classes just to decide. So they can actually access them by logging on to the My Universe portal and then just clicking the free classes. So they'll get the links as well as the videos after each session. And also, just before I move on, just to add on what Peter was saying. So I know that with regards to logging in on Edge, so I know that there are some companies that have major restrictions, meaning that it does not allow you to add another account. So what we found is that it's usually much easier to use Google Chrome. So you just open Google Chrome on the top right, then you just edit that and then choose incognito mode. So what we'll do is that before we upload the slides, we'll just make sure that we add that as well so that you just get that easy access and get to see what you need to do in case you're using a corporate laptop and then now when you try to sign in with the normal account, it's giving you problems. So it's just an easy fix, logging on to Chrome, going into incognito mode, then you can log into the account through there. Then we're gonna move on. So this is what you see once you've entered the free classes page. So this is where you'll be getting all the links, as well as just confirming the dates and what will be covered in that particular session. As you can see, today is the 24th, it's the Thursday. We are covering this administration of mastering our ecosystem. So on Saturday, you have welcome to CA transition phase. And then on Saturday, you also have unpacking IFRS. So as I've indicated, this is just the easiest access because you would have registered and then haven't really decided. So you'd want to just see or at least get a feel of what it means to be an ABC student if you want to join and all that. So the free classes actually help with that. You can join and actually encourage some of your friends to do it. The only thing they need to do is register a profile, and then after that, they'll be able to access the free classes. Moving on, I'm going to also be taking you through using the OneDrive and Outlook, which is the Endonamo email. So as Peter has communicated, we do have the Endonamo credentials that were sent upon registration. So under those credentials, what we usually do is that we try to send all information that we send to your personal email. We also try to send it to the Endonamo email. So this just helps in case maybe, let's say, you had entered a company email and then now you're moving on to using your personal email and you don't want to lose, or you just found a new job and you don't want to lose the previous emails that you had. So you can actually access them on the Endonormal email. So that the way it works is that everything that's been sent, we try to send it here as well so that you can just have easy access at any given point. Now, to access the Outlook or any of these apps that you would get the moment you register and have made payment, you just need to click the app launcher. So the app launcher is actually the 9 dots on the top left of the screen whenever you're logged in, whether it's Viva Engage, whether it's communities or whatever, there will be 9 dots on the top left. Once you click them, these apps will appear. Then from there, you just decide on what app you want to access. So the first thing we're going to cover is just the email. So this is what your Outlook will look like. So it's basically the same as any Outlook. I'm sure you've all used Outlook. So it's just the same, but it will be logged in using your Endonamo email. Here you'll be able to see all the emails that are coming in. You'll be able to send emails to other colleagues using the Endonamo email or even to their Endonamo email. And what we've recently done is that you'll also be receiving invites for the sessions on these emails. So it's just another way of just making it easy for you to access the classes. So instead of you having to log in, let's say, to the workspace or anything like that, you just go to your email, you'll see that you have the invite, and then from there you can just access it and join the session. And then we have the My Personal folder. So the My Personal folder, upon registration or finalizing the registration, you will get the link to your My Personal folder. If you have not gotten it, it's just as simple as logging into the My Universe portal under candidates, then you click My Personal folder. So it's just an online query, then you choose accessing My Personal folder. After you submit that form, it takes about a minute at most, and it will send you a link to access the My Personal folder. So this is what the My Personal folder looks like. So on the top there, you see that it says candidate workflows, My Personal folder, and then it has the number there, which is the exam ID. So usually we use those when we write the exams and so forth, and then it writes your name and just writes My Personal folder. So when you log in there, you should have a folder that's written ABC. That's where when you go in, you'll see the welcome letter, the folder that has the welcome letter. So the rest of the folders are actually uploaded as we go. So that means that if we have an assessment, a tutorial, or an exam or whatever, whenever you write it and submit it, a copy will come to the team, but another copy will be stored in your personal folder. So this is just for you to just go through it in case you just want to read through it again or whatever. And then once it's done marking, once the team is done marking, it'll be uploaded on the same personal folder, but under results and feedback. So that's where you'll access all your marked scripts, all your marked tutorials, and so forth. So anything that's marked will be sitting under results and feedback, and anything that's submitted will be sitting under submission. So you might also have a folder called finance, and sometimes we have the administration folder whereby any administration documents that you may require will be loaded there. So in the welcome letter, usually the welcome letter looks a bit like this. So it just covers some of the things that will be covered during the course. So it's really an important thing to go through once you get it, just making sure that you understand what it means and all that, and then you know who to contact. So it has the contact details of who you can talk to. It also highlights what is expected of you and things like that. So it's really something that you need to read once you get the time. So I think the team was finalizing this. If not today, then it should be loaded onto your personal folder by the end of tomorrow. I'll just make sure that I double check that so that it's loaded on the personal folder if it's not already. So we have updated it a bit for the ABC half year 2. So you can just go through that, read it, familiarize yourself with the course, the people that you need to do, and so forth. Then moving on, we have what we call the OneDrive. So the OneDrive is basically just the same as any OneDrive you would have used if you have used OneDrive before. The Endoramo one comes with a space of up to 2 gigs. Remember, it's just for storing any Endoramo related materials, or maybe you want to upload your profile pictures. I know some people load it here first and all that. So the The OneDrive is perfectly safe, and we also don't have access to it. So you are the only person that has access to it using your email. So you don't need to worry about whatever you load. Just remember that there's a space limit of 2 gig for each candidate. So under the OneDrive, we have what, as you can see, we have the home, my files, shared favorites, recycle bin, and so forth. So I'll just take you through some of them just to make it a bit easier. So you know my files. So my files is just anything that you've stored there, they're just gonna sit under my files. And then we have the shared where most of the documents that you open that were shared with you. So sometimes even when you open the document on the workspace, if you go under shared on your OneDrive, you'll be able to see it there. You have the favorites where you can just see everything that you've put as a favorite, your recycle bin. And then you can also browse the files that you've accessed by people. So it usually just filters out depending on who loaded it. For instance, it could be Peter who loaded it, or you could find that I loaded it on Damo or even the MD. So it's just a matter of depending on what you want to access, it just gives you that easy access. Then we have meetings and also the media. So the media, it's pretty much clear. Anything that you load, pictures and everything will be sitting there. And then we have what we call the quick access. So under the quick access, it's just, it usually sits under the browse files by. So it usually just gives you that quick access to the workspace that you've been on. So for instance, you would have visited the ABCHY2 workspace. So it just gives you that easy access. Whenever you open quick access, you'll see that that will be the workspace that's sitting there. And the moment you click on it, it will open like this. So it will show you what workspace it is and also the folder. And the best part about this or using the OneDrive, you actually can click this part which says add shortcut to my files. So the nice thing about adding a shortcut to my files is that once you click on that, that file will now go and sit under your files on your personal OneDrive, meaning that whenever you need access to that folder, you don't necessarily have to log into the portal. You can just access it from there. And then you can also use this sync button. So the sync button, if you've added the nrom email on your personal OneDrive on your laptop, it just gives you that easy access. So instead of having to open Chrome, Edge, or whatever, you just go under my files. It'll be there. It'll have your name on the left, and then you can just click on it, and it'll give you that easy access to all the files that you need. And then we have the go to site. So the go to site is just that, let's say that you found the folder you're looking for and now you just want to make it bigger. So the moment you click on it, it just maximizes and takes you off to the actual workspace where the material has been loaded. Yeah, and that is it about the OneDrive and the Outlook. You can ask any questions if you have them. Jacob.
Thank you very much, Livwani. I wanted to check, you mentioned that some setup is going on maybe until tomorrow. Is that correct? If I can't see some of the features now.
No. So that was for the finalization of the welcome letter. Uh, I think workspace wise, if you're not, so is there something specific you're not seeing?
I lost you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. You said it's only about the welcome letter.
Yes, and I was trying to understand what exactly is missing. Is it on the workspace?
I think I do, but probably I got full year and not the accelerated one.
Okay, no, that's fine. You can just stay after the meeting, then we'll
Mm.
assist you with Peter here. Then we'll just make sure that by the time you leave, you're sorted.
Then also when I click my personal folder link, it kind of like takes me to a query 2, of which I don't want to send any query.
Yeah, so that's how you actually get the link to access the personal folder. So remember that given that that personal folder one sits under a common workspace, we can't really put a link to access a personal folder. So what happens is that if you go there and then you click on it, my personal folder, if you click on it, it will open the query tool, yes. What you
Okay.
need to do is that
Mhm.
one, you need to, under the nature of query, you need to make sure that it's online.
Okay.
And then underneath, under nature of online query, it's the first one, which is access to my personal folder. Then the moment you submit, it takes about a minute for the flow to work. So it will send you the link to the my personal folder on the email that you used when you registered.
Okay. Do I need to keep that link, or if I access it through the email for the first time, then I go to the candidate, I'll be able to access it?
No, so you need to do what I had said here.
No,
Let me
I've
just,
just done so, and so I'm saying if I'm to receive then the link onto my email, right? Do I
yes.
need to constantly use that link, or I access it from the email for the first time? Then when I
So
get into my universal portal, I should always be able to access my personal folder.
So this is where this part comes in, the one you about using the OneDrive. So the moment you open it, if you open it on the same tab where you logged in with the normal email, you should be able to add it as a shortcut to your files. So this just makes it easier for you to actually access it from OneDrive as opposed to having to move around and then have to look for the link every now and then. So if you put it on your OneDrive, it just gives you that easy access.
That's fine. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? All right. Yeah, I think I'm done. The MD can take it away. I don't know if she has anything to add before we close off.
Thank you, Ribu, and Tim. I think one of the other emphasis which I just wanted to also emphasize on is that for everyone after you've registered, you would have also received the onboarding pack. The onboarding pack is also one of the useful tools. Maybe Ribu, you can project back my Universe portal, and you can go to under my tools. I think that's also one of the aspects which just also makes in case there's something which you missed throughout the session, the onboarding pack also just do take you through step by step in terms of making sure that how you best understand the different tools which we use, and also how you can even go back to a particular video in terms of what to do. For example, as Jacob was asking, my personal folder, how do you access, how do you even request my personal folder link should you have lost it for whatever reason? Or how do you, for example, link your Outlook emails on your desktop and so forth. But yeah, maybe we can project my universe so that I can just quickly assist my candidates in terms of what I'm referring to there under my universe, and what do you call it? My universe, then under candidates and my tools. There is just the welcome aspect down there. That page also is very helpful in terms of can you project that, Ibu? Or yes, yeah. So if you also, once you're here on this page, when you're under My Universe portal, if you go to under candidates, and then when it opens up, it will open the welcome there. I think that's also one of the other aspects. I'll say that if there is anything you're asking, where do I start from here? If you just click there under welcome, it will also assist you to just get to see what is the different experience you'll have. If you scroll further down, you'll also get another aspect, which I always say that, the welcome pack there. If you click just on the essence of the Indunama experience, it also gives you a link on on getting the onboarding pack, and that's the pack which I was referring to say that it's gonna be very useful in just making sure that you also are easily onboarded. And another aspect which I like there is meet your community expert. Maybe you can just you can click on it so that maybe the team also gets to easily see. And here, when you're meeting the community experts, this is also just to say that who do I go to when I need something? And then this also gives you to say that, you know what, if you're looking for just to navigate within a particular program, Ndamu is your go-to person, and you're even able to just click on the name there of engage with the community expert, and you're able to just engage directly with them, and you have those engagement if you need assistance with anything. So that aspect there under candidates and my tools welcome will go in very handy. And the welcome pack, maybe we can just go back to the welcome pack. It really does go on a step-by-step in terms of how then do you just scroll up a bit, the onboarding pack. If you can click on the onboarding pack, it also just also helps you to go through to say that this is now the same aspect which the team was covering now, to say that this you would have also received when you register, after you finish registering, to say that the whole everything which they were talking about, to say that this is how you utilize the platforms, this is how you sign in, and so forth. I think this also is just a good reference point as you get to onboard and as you're waiting for the different aspects. So this you'll also get to receive the moment you register, but then should for whatever reason you're also here on My Universe portal, you're able to just also easily access it. And it also helps you to say that when you're here, this is how you can utilize these tools, and this is how you can also and what if you need to engage with any of the team members, this is how you can also just use it. So this is also a nice pack which you can also utilize as to get yourself settled in. But otherwise, the team is here. We are here to make sure that you're well settled, and the free classes, as we've already noted, that they run until the 30th of July. So you're still able to access the upcoming classes. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you, and also to even see a class bigger. Do invite your other colleagues. The classes, all they need to do is register, and when they get here to My Universe portal, they just go to under candidates, and then you'll have the free classes. That's where you're able to access all the links before anyone finalizes the registration. We would like for you to just test us out to see how we become relevant in your journey towards APC success, because that's the whole idea. We're here is to make sure that you are well empowered, so that when you get to tackle APC, it's on a much better footing. We want to just make sure that we level the ground for you as well. So the free classes, you're able to access them there for the maybe just scroll up a bit. The ones for ABC, as you have noted, you'll see that the links are already there. For the 24th, it will be there. And even when you go for the 26th, for the sessions which are coming through on the 26th, the links are already there. And for us, we look forward to having you. And even the material will also be loaded here as soon as any of the classes happen. If when we have material which are going to be loaded before the class commence, and during the free classes period, you'll also access the material here. So you're all set. And for us, we want you to just navigate through the system so that you also get comfortable with it and ask as many questions as you can have, so that, because we're here to serve you, we're here to make sure that we give you that head start towards your APC success. But otherwise, also if there's anything there, when you go to Viva, you're also able to even private message myself. You can private message any of our team member, and we'll be able to engage further if there's anything which you just want to also further clarify on a one-on-one basis. We're here to support you, and we're here to make sure that you make an informed decision in partnering with us towards your APC success, and eventually you becoming CGMA, CASA, CAZ, CAN, or ABCHY, and so forth. We look forward to having you. And I think that is all from my side. Any questions before we call it a day? But otherwise, I'm looking forward to having you on Saturday, and our academic head, Rendani, is also looking forward to engaging with you on Saturday as he also introduce the transition to say, this is how we get to empower you as you utilize the pathway agreement to add that CA designation on your professional journey. I do not see any hands, and I do not see anything on the chat box. Are we looking forward to the sessions? I think I've spoken to a couple of you on the call here, and it's always great to see the familiar faces of some of the people I've spoken to. So yeah, thank you, Sandy. I was like, this is a familiar face, Leo. It's good to have you here as well. But if there's anything, please do as I said, that when you're there on Viva, I like to continuously engage with you. Let's engage. If there's anything which you want clarity on, we are here. We are partners in this journey. CASA is coming. You're not going to be detracted of anything of it. We're going to cross the line together. But otherwise, if there's nothing else, thank you so much and have a good evening. Great. Thank you, Tim. Jacob, are you sorted? Or maybe Peter, you can assist?
Yes, yes.
In terms of the link to